Thank you very much, everyone. Obviously, we are all devastated by the news of this appalling shooting in Tumbler Ridge. The fact that this took place at a secondary school, it makes it even more tragic. As a father, I can't even imagine the phone calls that parents might have received. I can't imagine the heartache and hell that they're living through at this moment. This is a time for all Canadians to unite, to support the families and the community at large. We'll be in touch with the Prime Minister and the other parties later today to offer all of our support to work together and help the community in any way we can in this terrible time. I encourage all Canadians to pray for the community and pray for the family as we go forward and take the necessary steps to support them. Thank you very much.
It's obviously a very difficult day for the nation. This morning, parents, grandparents, sisters, brothers in Tumbler Ridge will wake up without someone they love. The nation mourns with you. Canada stands by you. I want to thank and pass on a number of world leaders who've reached out directly to me in solidarity and compassion. France, United Kingdom, His Majesty himself, Norway, Finland, India, United Arab Emirates, many others. The world is with you. I have spoken to Premier Eby. Minister of Public Safety has been engaged, as have many Canadian officials over the evening. Minister of Public Safety is en route to British Columbia. He and the Premier will be visiting the community. All assistance, obviously, will be offered. We thank the first responders, the teachers, the staff, the residents, for everything that they've done in this terrible situation.
Well, thank you very much. Well, I've had limited ability at this point to talk to anybody in authority, but I did have the chance to speak with officials in the Minister of Public Safety of British Columbia, Minister Krieger's office last night, who actually reached out to me while it was still an active shooting. And so I was advised that there was, an event going on. At that point, we didn't know yet what had occurred, other than there was a shooter in a school. But it does give me the opportunity to also, I think, express our gratitude to the first responders, not only I believe it was the RCMP, but also paramedics and ambulance drivers and hospital and healthcare workers who also were engaged in what was a dangerous and obviously very traumatic situation. So I think now we're just starting to get the details. Last I heard there were some 10 people dead and 25 injured, I think. And I've heard that the alleged shooter has likely taken their own life. So I think that's all we know at this point. And really, there'll be lots of time in the days ahead to parse what happened. At this point, I think the main thing is we just have to come together as a country and express our deep condolences and grief to all those who are suffering, and to offer whatever help might be needed in that community at this point in time.
I rarely agree so wholeheartedly with the Premier of British Columbia, David Eby, but it was as if he was reading my mind when I read that the Premier had said, you read these things and you think they happen somewhere else. They don't happen here. And to the extent that we know anything, we don't know much right now. And I've been also watching closely and keeping in touch with the people I know who live. It's a very remote community. If for people in the media who don't know, I mean, it's roughly 2,000 people live there. Tumbler Ridge wouldn't exist if it wasn't for a metallurgical coal mine that was started there long ago. It shut down briefly. It recently reopened. For the people in that community, I think of when they had just a few years ago, just really high unemployment as the mine closed. The town was full of hope. It's incomprehensible, which means all we can say is that we send deepest condolences as to support and federal support. I'm sure first responders are going to need a lot of support emotionally for what they have gone through, being the first to show up to open the school doors. It's unspeakable. It's a terrible tragedy, and we mourn with those who've lost so much.
Our hearts, our thoughts, and our prayers are with the people of Tumbler Ridge, the families of the innocent lives that were lost. It was very difficult to think of anything else, and of course, as we move into National Kindness Week, we think about love. Love as an action, love for one another, and that true spirit of caring without expecting anything else in return. I'm deeply thankful for our Prime Minister's words last night, and I'm truly, truly thankful for the first responders that are working around the clock to support families and to really help the community heal. So I think it's more important than ever that we come together as a country, as a government, as communities across Canada, and really stand for unity in these difficult, difficult times. Thank you.